Exactly a month after the Super Bowl, the television gods see fit to grace us with yet another major event, trying to remind us that, in this era of live streaming, TV is still in fact relevant. This time around, instead of watching burly men tackle each other to win a piece of jewelry, we get to watch actors and actresses smile and wave at the camera while competing to see who can win the most statues of naked men. Of course, the extravaganza surrounding each event is markedly different. The Super Bowl pregame show would be a lot less appealing if each athlete stood around discussing the kind of jersey that he was wearing to the occasion. Speaking of clothing, it seems that the male Oscar attendees have it easy, only having to choose between a shade of dark navy or black for their tuxedos, whereas the women have to go through the stress of picking out and then stealing the most outlandish possible tablecloth for their outfits. For that matter, outlandish is probably the best word to describe the entire event, with gift bags worth $85,000 given out to each guest, presumably containing fine wine cut with Leonardo DiCaprio's tears. The red carpet show is similarly decadent. I'd talk about who made appearances, but the lineup is more or less the same year after year, with young attractive actors and actresses, older actors that don't seem to know what they're doing there, and older actresses that seem to have had a bad run-in with a vacuum cleaner somewhere down the line. As for this year's Oscars, the ceremony itself started out with a 10-minute celebrity roast by Ellen DeGeneres, in which time she proceeded to, frustratingly enough, steal all of my jokes before I could make them in this review. But at last, the first presenter strolled out on stage, forcing the audience to sit through an unholy parade of musical numbers, tribute montages, and cheek-kissing before any worthwhile Oscars could actually be presented. At this point, you're probably wondering who actually won the awards if you've recently been in a coma. Well, congrats on your recovery, and it turns out that you can throw away your carefully constructed ballots and replace them with tallies for Gravity Awards, because the Academy actually paid attention to my review. On the other hand, I was wrong about Gravity being a grab at the lowest hanging Oscar on account of it grabbing the 37 lowest hanging awards. If the presenters went more than 30 seconds without giving Gravity an Oscar, it's because they were either on commercial break or replaying the crew's 5 most recent acceptance speeches. So, in honor of my desire to keep the Oscars short, here's the official trailer trash rundown of who won what. Dallas Buyers Club had decent actors and makeup, but apparently not much else. Frozen, despite being marginalized under the dreaded category of animation, still manages to do well enough to ensure that Let It Go will become our country's next national anthem. The Great Gatsby was fancy enough for some minor awards, but we can't have Leo doing too well, can we? And 12 Years a Slave proceeds to split the rest of the awards with Gravity, the former walking away with Best Picture, and the latter walking away with pretty much everything else.